For many people, life is like a journey. They have a vague idea of where they're heading, maybe some of the stops along the way, but they've no real idea of their destination. They don't know for certain where they're going to end up. We're told that after all, every religion leads to God anyhow. They're just different routes that end up at the same destination. Sometimes we are so caught up in our own journey and who we would like God to be, that we don't see the bigger picture of who God is and how He wants us to reach Him. When Jesus was on the earth, He made some pretty outrageous claims. Some people loved Him, but others were driven to rage by His shocking statements. He wasn't a middle-of-the-road kind of guy. He was clear-cut on His mission and why He'd come to earth. Jesus cleared up the mystery of all roads leading to God with one of these claims. In the book of John in the Bible, chapter 14, verse 6, Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to God the Father except through me." Now that sounds pretty clear-cut to me. It's not our place to diss people of other religions and different viewpoints. Many people think it's arrogant to say that Jesus is the only way to God. How on earth could Christians be so arrogant to claim that other religions are wrong and Jesus is the only way? But actually, we have to step back and realize we don't see the whole picture. We don't know everything, whereas God knows the whole plan. He hasn't left us in a dark room, stumbling around in the pitch black, hoping to find that light switch. Jesus was God come to earth to show us what God is like. If you've ever wondered what God's like, how He would interact and deal with people like you and me, you just have to look at Jesus, because He is God. And if Jesus really is God, then He's going to tell us the way to get to Him. He's not going to leave us guessing and hoping. He's going to give us clear-cut directions. And that's exactly why He says, "No one comes to God except through me." Jesus is the way we get there. And that's exactly why Jesus came to give His life willingly for you and me. When He chose to die a horrific death, He took all of our mess and rebellion upon Himself so we could be forgiven and have a friendship with God. The Bible also describes Jesus as a door and a gate. He's the way that we get to God, by believing that He took all of our mess on Himself and has forgiven us. But you only get there by going through Jesus. Jesus also said He is the way, the truth, and the life. God alone is truth and life. We've all wandered away from God, and as a result, we're separated from Him. In that place, we're ignorant of the truth and face death. It makes sense then that God has to come and reveal the truth to us and give us life. That's why Jesus said He is the truth, but also He's come to give life because He's the life giver. So Jesus is the way to God because He reveals the truth and gives us life. Jesus is pretty clear that there is no other route to God except through Him. When you follow Jesus, you know your destination because He's promised it to you and He's the only one that will get you there. Do you know where you are heading in life? Have you chosen to follow the one who is the only way to God? And do you know the truth and the life that only He can bring?